Welcome to AnimeLove, a channel where all we do is give you anime suggestions and recommendations, top 5, 10, and even 20 lists, character analysis, and even some anime theories, and a lot more. My name's David and I'll be your guide. And before we start with today's video, I'll kindly ask you, only if you like it of course, to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. Let's roll the intro and start with today's video. Hello everyone, how's it going? Today we'll be talking about an anime that I'm pretty sure the entire world knows about. It's a show that brought anime itself to the whole world and helped the industry blossom into the flower we see and appreciate today. From the title of the video, you already know the show we're talking about here. So I guess we're already hitting you with those spoilers. The Dragon Ball franchise is truly one of the best shows ever made. Whether you watched it when you were a child or just finished it recently, having nothing to do, staying at home all day, we can all agree that the show is one of a kind and something just all of us can't get enough of. Well, we aren't the only ones who are fans of the show, since a lot of other anime and even cartoons feature those very same attacks and scenes that are, at times, done in a way where the resemblance is uncanny and it's something you'll catch the moment it appears on the screen. It's always great to look at something you've been watching since you were a child and all of a sudden it's getting featured on another show in a completely different setting. That's one of the very reasons crossovers are such a big hit. So let's see how the other studios came up with those power spikes, those planet destroyer attacks, and count down the top 5 Dragon Ball references in other anime. At number 5, Vaccine Man from One Punch Man. No one's surprised? I mean, that's a given. We're talking about Kate Baldy's, aka Saitama's show. A show where even if a Hollywood star popped up out of the blue, he or she wouldn't be able to surprise you. I mean, that robot with that sick masculine voice being a gorilla who was emulating that voice from the very beginning. I just can't see the world the same way after that. Right from the beginning, hitting us with that dose of nostalgia, making us remember the green alien who loves parenting others' children. Way to go, Piccolo. From the Demon King to the daycare lady, Vaccine Man is pretty short-lived. Saitama wiping him off the face of the planet in a split second. I'm pretty sure that if he had the same green color that Piccolo boasts of, he'd look like a Piccolo who's here to impress the ladies, but apparently has lost his way to the festival. I mean, he's not the only green character bad with direction. Zoro, I'm talking to you. Maybe that's the reason the world is struggling when it comes to the vaccine development. Saitama, you sure didn't save the day and make things better with this one. Coming in at number 4, Virgin Ball from a 30-year-old's health and physical education. Spirit Bomb was a rather flashy move. Having evolved from a teeny cloud miasma to an entire planet over the years, we were all pretty excited when Goku raised his hands in the air since we knew that something big was on its way. The fact that they renamed it in the weirdest way possible, making people think of something completely else when they hear us narrating the title. This anime sure took the parody element to the very next level, making the other shows in the game look like mere kids compared to the big guy we got here. Already a Bulma reference from Dragon Ball. Roshi never getting enough of that girl. You can tell that those couple of minutes are Dragon Ball through and through. The whole dialogue is something else, and is sure to make you roll on the floor with laughter, since the sequence is something you won't be forgetting for a long time. I can bet $1 million on that. The fact that even a child is among the virgins of the world, sharing his power with the ultimate version, man, they really planned this through. I for sure can't unsee this. Spirit Bomb will never be the same for me ever again. On to number 3, Staz vs. Akimu from Blood Lad. 一撃で消し飛ぶようなでけえのを一発ぶちかます。 We all admire Goku. He trained himself to the bone ever since he was a little bean. Don't lie to me now, we all did those Kamehameha chants and Super Saiyan focus all your energy in the middle of your back stuff just to feel and see for ourselves that power spike coming to life here in the real world. Staz sure knows what Goku is capable of, even to the point of declaring himself as a fake and third-rate fighter and Goku as the greatest fighter in the universe. In the beginning, it looks like the characters are stopping him from doing it since they're afraid of a ton of paperwork that's coming their way in a few minutes from now. But then they're all like, screw it, we're still gonna do whatever we want. From then on, it's just one reference after another. From the pose, to the chanting, to the animation, to the power spike that comes up afterwards, ready to blast a Kimu to bits. Everything's got that good old Dragon Ball feel to it that just won't stop making us feel as if we're a kid again. The fun fact is, they didn't stop at just that. We see some of Gluttony, one of the homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist as well. I wanted to see if the insides were the same with Envy and Ling version of Blood Lad. Well, I won't be too demanding and would be happy with just this. God, I can only imagine what happened in the studio after all that. On to number 2, the trio and violence from The Amazing World of Gumball. Gumball isn't the only cartoon to come up with a Dragon Ball reference. Have you guys ever heard of KND, Kids Next Door? Man, you're a real one if you watch that show. We had number 4 going wild in a fight looking all Goku-like. Well, he wasn't a blonde to begin with, so you know that he was a Super Saiyan from the get-go. The show even came up with their own version of Super Saiyan 3. You should look it up as well if you haven't. It was something completely new at the time. Gumball is filled with so many references that it'd be hard to name them all in just one video. This one in particular brings the good old Dragon Ball back home. Starting off as a normal episode, things escalate rather quickly, with Anise being used as a weapon to inflict violence upon each other by Gumball and Darwin. Well, we all know nothing serious is going on since we've all been with the trio for years now, one of the most adorable squads of all time. Things take a turn from just slaps all over the place to a Gumball version of a Super Saiyan. The hair, the voice modification, the torn clothes, captured so perfectly that you can't help but get amazed at how they threw that all out completely out of the blue, making a lot of us jump out of our chairs just to jump in once again. It caught me off guard, and I had to rewind a couple of times just to gather and collect my thoughts as to what exactly had happened a minute ago. And now our number 1, Gintama being Gintama. The master of parody, the anime that can do literally anything and get away with it, Gintama. Gintama has done it a million times now. All kinds of anime brought together that we can surely say it's like the entire anime industry in one place, in one show. Whether it's Hasegawa being shot in the chest by the special beam cannon making him die in the weirdest way possible, or Hishikata taking on Frieza, Cell, or one of the other baddies for a smoke, or Gintaki just going all out for the fans out there. There's just a lot of Dragon Ball going on in Gintama. Oh, and how can I forget about Gintoki doing that Kamehameha on that island? Silly me. The best thing about that is how they don't even try to hide or be sneaky with the references. They just throw it all out at us without any modification. I mean, look at Piccolo and Cell from Gintama. They look exactly the same and make us wonder whether we're watching a crossover in the form of Gintama x Dragon Ball or something. Plus, Gintama just keeps getting sequels over the years, so there's like a lot of change in animation, making it look like we transitioned from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, or some other series as well. Gintama being slick as ever. That's one of the reasons it has such a huge fan base. Alright guys, that's all for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, you already know what to do. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.